Every morning before the sun clears the tree line, your garden is wet, not from rain, not from a hose, from water that condensed out of the air overnight while you were asleep. By 7 in the morning, it is already evaporated. By 8, it is gone. And then you go inside and pay a water bill. That stops today. You already know this works. You have watched it your whole life and just never connected it to irrigation. A cold glass set on a table on a humid evening. Within minutes, the outside is soaked. No one poured water on it. The air did that. A metal container left in the garden overnight. By morning, the outside is dripping. A single spider web strung between two fence posts, coated in hundreds of tiny beads of water it pulled from nothing but the night air. That is not decoration. That is a collection system. What you were watching happen on that glass, on that container, on that web is the same process that $3,000 commercial atmospheric water generators use a compressor and fan to replicate. The spider does it for free. You are going to do it for $15. Here is the science, because it matters for building this right. Every gas has a temperature at which it can no longer hold the moisture it is carrying. That temperature is called the dew point. When air cools down to its dew point, whether by touching a cold surface or as night temperatures drop, the water vapor has nowhere to go but out. It condenses. It becomes liquid. It appears on whatever surface triggered the change. Warmer air holds more moisture. Cooler air holds less. That is why a cold metal pipe on a humid morning is dripping within minutes of being outside. The pipe is below the dew point of the surrounding air. The air touches the pipe, cools instantly, and releases its water. What you are building is a large surface engineered to stay cool, face the wind, and give the air somewhere to release that moisture. No pump, no power, just surface area, angle, and physics. People have been doing versions of this for thousands of years. The reason you have never heard about it is not an accident. Archaeologists working in Israel found low circular stone walls built around ancient garden plots, not to keep animals out, not to mark property lines, but to concentrate overnight condensation onto the soil directly around the roots. Dew collection engineered into the planting bed itself. Farmers in the Canary Islands discovered that volcanic stone mulch on their fields allowed crops to grow with almost no rain. The stones cooled faster than the surrounding air at night, pulling atmospheric moisture directly down to the root zone while the farmers slept. This knowledge did not disappear because it stopped working. It disappeared because a monthly water bill made it invisible. The tap turned on, and nobody needed to think about the air anymore. That is the part that should bother you. That collector costs between $10 and $15 to build. Here is every part. Shade cloth mesh, 6 feet by 6 feet. A flat rectangle of tightly woven black mesh, the kind with a weave tight enough that you cannot push a pencil through it. This is the collection surface. Every square inch is a potential condensation point. Around $5 at any garden center. 4 sections of 1-inch white PVC pipe, each 4 feet long. 4 straight white tubes that become the frame, $2 to $3. A bag of zip ties. 1 plastic rain gutter section, 4 feet long. A white half-cylinder trough, open at the top, the kind you see mounted below a roofline. This collects the water that drips off the bottom edge of the frame, $3 to $4 at any hardware store. 4 bricks or flat stones to prop the angle. Total, $10 to $15. Take the 4 PVC sections and form a rectangle, 2 running vertically for the tall sides, 2 running horizontally across the top and bottom. It looks like a window frame made of white pipe, roughly the size of a screen door, lying flat on the ground. Wrap a zip tie around each corner joint 3 times and cinch it tight. Tug each corner. It should not move. Lay the shade cloth over the frame. Pull it from one corner toward the opposite corner until the surface has no visible sag. Zip tie the cloth to the pipe every 6 inches along all 4 edges. Press the center of the mesh with 1 finger when you are done. It should spring back like a trampoline. Sagging mesh is the most common reason a first build underperforms. Water that pools in a sag sits there until the sun hits it and evaporates. Taut mesh means every droplet rolls to the lower edge and into the trough. Tension is the difference between a working collector and an expensive bird net. Do not lay this flat on the ground. A flat collector lets water pool on the surface and evaporate before you collect a drop. What you want is a tilt of 15 to 30 degrees. The frame is leaning back at roughly the angle of a reclining chair, not standing straight up and not lying flat. Stand the frame nearly upright, place 2 bricks behind the lower edge to hold the angle, and set the white gutter trough flush beneath that lower edge with the open side facing up. Face the frame directly into the prevailing wind. Air needs to pass through the mesh, not around it. Stand in your yard at dusk and feel which direction the breeze comes from. That is where the front of the frame points. Keep the bottom edge at least 12 inches off the ground and away from wherever morning sun hits first. You want the full overnight collection still sitting in that trough when you arrive at dawn. Set up before sunset, collect at dawn. Here is what is happening while you sleep. As temperature drops after dark, the mesh surface radiates its heat into the night sky and cools faster than the surrounding air. That temperature difference triggers condensation. Air passing through the mesh crosses its dew point, releases its moisture, and forms tiny droplets across the entire face of the mesh. Those droplets grow, merge, run down the surface to the lower edge, and drip into the trough. All night, in complete silence. By the time you drink your first coffee in the morning, that trough has been filling for 8 hours. At average humidity, not coastal, not foggy, just ordinary temperate conditions, a collector this size produces half a liter to just over 1 liter overnight. In humid climates, or anywhere that sees morning fog, that number climbs to 2 liters or more. A standard 4x8 raised bed needs roughly 20 gallons of water per week. 1 liter per night across 7 nights is about 1.8 gallons per week from a single $15 collector. 3 collectors running side by side in a humid climate can cover a significant portion of a small garden's full weekly water requirement from nothing but air. Build them on a Saturday afternoon. Run them all season. The water bill does not know they exist.
Is this water clean enough for a vegetable garden? Yes. Atmospheric water has not touched soil, has not run through pipes, and has not picked up agricultural runoff. It condensed directly from air onto your collector. Pour it straight onto the soil around the roots. If you want extra peace of mind for seedlings, cut the base off a clean plastic bottle, flip it upside down over a clean jar, layer cotton, then activated charcoal from the aquarium aisle, then fine sand, then cotton again inside the bottle, and pour your collected water through the top. It drips out the neck below, filtered. $3 to build, one time. There is no trick here, no product to buy, no subscription. Just the same physics that has been condensing water onto surfaces every night since before anyone built a garden. The same process ancient farmers engineered into stone walls and field mulch and containers placed beneath trees. They understood something. We stopped paying attention the moment the tap started working. 3.4 quadrillion gallons of water, floating over your garden, every single night. $15 gets you a bucket under it. If this changes how you think about water in your garden, I already built the next step. There is a video on this channel showing a garden system that waters itself for 10 years, without a hose, without a timer, and without a water bill. No, that is not an exaggeration. The link is up on the screen now.